Welcome to stage 1 of Dragon Star Arena. Hit the record button a little bit late here, so we're only seeing starting on the second round here. But the first round isn't anything too difficult. You don't have any sort of special mobs to watch out for. It's just kind of just trash mobs. If you're having difficulty on this stage, I would really recommend going back and not continuing with DSA. Just like VMA, the first stage is really just a testing ground to see whether your group can actually complete DSA. So if you're having trouble in this stage, you're going to have to go back, see what you guys did wrong, where you guys can improve, whether that's getting new sets for the tank and healer, or improving your DPS as the two DPSs, or even just reapproaching how you prioritize your mobs or things like that. So starting on round 3, you can see there the spike pits do get activated. They will damage you and apply a snare on you. They will do the exact same thing to the mobs though, so if you can, the tank can pull mobs onto those spike pits. Your priority targets on this stage are going to be the mobs with the flags on their back. They can throw down a healing circle that will heal enemy mobs. Just want to get all the mobs out of that healing circle if you do see one getting thrown down. As DPS, two things you gotta watch out for. Thunder Mauls and the Sorcerers have an AoE move, one of which can't be interrupted by the tank, so if you see yourself in red and can't get out in time, whether that's by dodge rolling or shielding up, make sure to block through it so you don't take that much damage. The mobs here do hit fairly hard, particularly as a DPS or healer. So your job as a tank is really just to make sure everything is taunted to get your mobs off the healer if they are attacking your healer. It's really important for the tank to know where all the mobs spawn. For example, that mob back there sometimes gets new tanks. I know it got me a couple of times. Just gonna want to make sure you know where all the ads spawn, where all the priority targets spawn, so you can taunt them before they get over to your DPS and healers. Over by the door, there's 5 bowls. For each round you complete, a fire will pop up on one of the bowls, so that's how you can keep track of your progress. Each round has 3 waves of ads, including the boss round. The boss round ads will spawn with the boss, and then 2 other ads will spawn. Those are based on the percentage of health that the boss has remaining. So for the first round against Champion Marcold, for instance, at 80% and 40% health is when the next 2 ad waves will spawn. There is no wait time. It won't care whether or not you have all the ads dead or not. It'll just spawn them. So you're going to want to control your burn on some of the boss fights because of this. Champion Marcold has 2 moves to watch out for. Besides the healing circle, he does have Dawnbreaker. You saw that there, a very large frontal conal AoE move. Just gonna want to stay behind the boss whenever you can. Second move is he will use Silver Bolts. Basically pulls out a crossbow, and if you're not blocking, it will knock you down and stun you. It should be only on the tank, so the tank should be blocking at all times in case of that move. You can see here the ads have spawned. Our burn is a little bit too fast here, so we do have to deal with all the ads at the same time, but since this is the first stage, it's not that big of a deal. In other scenarios, you're going to want to control your burn so you have all the ads down before you bring the boss down to the next health threshold. The boss round doesn't end when the boss dies, it ends when everything dies. So if there are ads still up, you're going to need to kill them before you can move on. Once you kill things, the gate will open. You can loot the chest for some set pieces. There is a scamp that will act as a merchant and repair your gear, so if you need to repair, make sure to use that. And then you can move on to the next stage, on to stage 2.